It's common when I come across a new client that says they have pain as they do a plank, that they don't have the proper intrinsic stability to help maintain a neutral spine. Because if you notice, as we go into a plank position, we hold that position, usually as the time starts to tick down, if we're doing 10, 20, 30, 45 seconds, whatever the time is, as we tend to fatigue, you'll start to see a slight drop in the hips. As we do that, we actually get a little bit of lumbar extension. So some of that extension actually causes people to be quite uncomfortable, or if not painful, through the lumbar spine. So when I find that, I like to actually take them back a step. If we can teach them how to maintain stability in the supine position, that's where we want to start, as opposed to forcing them into a plank position where they can't control and keep that intrinsic stability at the lumbar spine. So taking back a step, if we go back here and lay on the ground, just teaching them how to find and how to change their pelvic and lumbar position. So doing something like a pelvic tilt as they come back here, flatten out and to really narrow that space down here at the lumbar arch. So there's not much space between there and the ground. Learning that position first, and then something as simple as marching. So I have that lumbar position. My back is staying, again, flat. I'm not letting it arch as I lift my legs and alternate side to side. That is our next step there. You'll notice here the ribs have a lot to do with lumbar position. So as you hold that position, we don't want the ribs to flare out like this. If we can flatten out, abs, pull the rib cage down, that helps lock in that lumbar spine, because that is the position we want to promote as we get over into the plank position. So if I can teach that there, and then even go up to a tall kneeling position. So I want to drive my hips forward, engage my glutes. From here, I'm going to find that neutral, abs, pull the ribs down so I'm nice and tall through there. If I can maintain this position, if I can find it here, I can go ahead and reinforce that and challenge that in the plank. So again, kind of tuck the hips under, abs, pull the ribs down, back maintains that neutral alignment. So if I can try to think of holding that position here, lock the knees out, abs, pull the ribs down, squeezing the glutes, the hips are slightly tucked under. That small change in that lumbar and pelvic position might be enough to get out of your back pain. If you notice that you're always having pain in that plank position as you start to fatigue, most likely other movements throughout your day are go ahead and increasing that pain. So if we can teach the body how to get in the right position to help really desensitize that pain stimulus, that might be something in the long term that could help really reduce or get rid of that low back pain if there is no underlying problem as far as discs, stress fractures, those type of things in there. So playing around with that front plank position, getting supine, relearning and retraining that stability in that pelvic and lumbar position could be a very good solution to help reduce pain with the front plank.